Bismillah, Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today, actually, there's no sugarcoating, okay? I'll be going straight to the point. I would like to mention something about the power of your prayer, your supplication in a time when you need a divine help and divine strength. The reason I took this topic for the discussion is that there are a lot of debate actually going around in the social media, particularly in the Facebook, that whether the science or our our divine uh, assistance would save us in regard to fight with COVID-19 situation. So I think this is very nonsense discussion to continue uh, in a time when our entire humanity is in crisis, and I think there should not be a time for a discussion whether our religion is superior or our science is inferior or superior. Uh, Having said that, uh, I think we all agree and we absolutely understand that our science, particularly our medical science, have been working relentlessly and trying so hard, striving and struggling to uh, find some proper solution to fight against this COVID-19 disease. And they have been working day in and out. They're trying so hard, uh, uh, days and night, day and night, and we entirely understand this, and we definitely admire their efforts, uh, and we of course pray for them. Uh, Having said that, people are actually trying to misguide people, and somehow they're trying to make a debate that religious is a problem most of the cases, because in a crisis moment, most of the time religion does not follow what a country actually put out the actually put the rules and regulation in order to fight against a crisis. So I think we need to understand this. Probably 1% or 2% people out of the entire religious community is not following the rules or regulation currently the different countries' governments, or uh, particularly in the US or in Bangladesh or whatever the country's government has given. Probably 1% or 2% religious community out of the entire community are not following, right? So for instance, they have been saying that, okay, church are still open. People are asking to go to church to celebrate the Easter Sunday, and they are also saying that Muslim predominant country people are still going to mosque to pray. In Hindu predominant country, people are gathering together to drink the cow pee in order to get rid and recover from this COVID-19. But we have to understand this. This is a very tiny, minor group. That is probably 1% or 2% people out of the entire community. So we cannot and we should not and we must not justify or blame the entire religious community, entire religious folks, just for a 1% or 2% and not doing the right things. So we have to, of course, keep in mind that. And having said that, some other logical, so people are mentioning that in 1920 the Spanish flu when happened. So how long it takes to get a vaccine, to find a vaccine. You have to understand this. The thing is that in 1920, the science, the medical science, and current medical science and our technology is way different, right? That time it took a lot of time for scientists to for a vaccine to come out, because our science was not that strong. It was not that sophisticated, right? We have to understand this. Right now we are uh, we are so advanced, we are so sophisticated, but still we are it is still we are struggling. Our scientists are struggling, and you have to understand this is something something think deep. It is not like uh, white or black. It is something you have to think critically, right? Mm. So that's why. And uh, therefore I think, like, we need to work together. We kind of like need a collaboration between our science, our religion. Uh, we don't need the blame game, anymore. So our science have been struggling. They're they're working so hard. At the same time, we need the divine strength and uh, divine assistance, which can help our scientists to find a better solution for us. Uh, and therefore the prayer is another thing, is very very important. Your supplication is very your supplication, your prayer is very important. And a million people around the world right now, they're praying, they are crying, and they're crying to their God to save the humanity. The And inshallah will overcome this. So so now, the thing is that how we could pray in this situation. Well, regularly we think like prayer is basically a petition, right? We kind of like, ask God, God, I need this, that, I really need that. And this, but I think, like, we need to think a little bit different in a way. Because why? Because if you think the prayer is just a petition, then probably it's not going to work. Prayer has to be a communication, and it has to be a realization. You need to make a connection with your God to convince our Allah that to convince our God that, okay, we need the help right now, and your help could save our humanity. And this is very important right now. And therefore, I'd like to mention, like, few months back, I read a book. The book name is basically this one, The Road to Success, and this is written by Napoleon Hill. You might know there's a famous writing he has. It is Think and Grow Rich. So he's a writer for that book too. And so in this book, he actually mentioned the 15 uh, billboards for success. And in the 15 billboard, the first one he mentioned the desire as a definite aim in life. So that means, like, you need a proper, particular, precise aim, uh, which will help you to succeed. And in this chapter, he mentioned actually the power of the prayer, and he says that you must practice the presence of God. It has to be psychologically and emotionally, right? And then he mentioned that prayer. We think, what do we think? Like, he mentioned, and I'm reading that we need to think of prayer less as petition, more as communication, creation, realization. Prayer itself is the greatest asset a man has. In the next page, he mentions prayer is the soul's sincere desire. So the thing is that right now our prayer should be a communication, because we need to convince our God. For instance, let's say you are working in a company, and you have been working for a long time, and right now you are thinking you need a raise. So if you go to your boss and you say that, okay, hey boss, I have been working for a long time, I need a raise. I think your boss is not going to listen to you, right? So somehow you need to convince your boss, or your manager, that, hey, I have been working. Probably you could ask for a meeting, right? You can schedule a meeting. You can sit down and start talking. You pointed out that when you got hired, what was your responsibilities, and what you have been doing right now, what are the extra things you have been doing, and how your efforts are, like more practical, and more responsibilities you have been handling right now. So these are the overall everything you need to put in together, and just to convince him that you need a raise and you deserve it, and this is your desire, right? So that's how you can convince your boss. The same thing with God. Like right now, if you just ask, Ya Allah, save us, probably it's not gonna work, right? You need to make a better connection, a good communication with your God. And uh, like Muslims, we believe that when we prostrate, when we actually go to Sizda, right? Uh, we uh, uh, we are This is the most closest time we are with our God, with our Allah, right? So this time we may pray, we kind of like convince our Allah that He, Allah, right now on earth, right now we need your assistance, we need you to save the humanity, we urge your assistance, your help, your guide, your strength. So these are the things I think very important to focus right now. And of course, second thing is that we stop blaming science and religion. We all need everything, right? Everything is important. Religion is important. At the same time, science is important. We can't live with each other, right? Uh, so so definitely, we are not going to involve in stupid debate. We of course do our work. We appreciate our scientists. We appreciate their hard work. At the same time, our millions of people around the globe praying, crying to their God. We definitely seeking the God assistance, God help at this time. And I really appreciate and thank you all for listening this. And now I'd like to say something in Bangla. Actually, আপনারা যারা আমার বাংলা দর্শক, তাদের জন্য আমি বলতেছি যে আমি যে জিনিসটা বলছিলাম, আসলে আমাদের সোশ্যাল মিডিয়াতে, বিশেষ করে ফেসবুকে একটা ডিবেট চলতেছে যে বিজ্ঞান না আমাদের আল্লাহর কাছে দোয়া যদি আমরা করি, কোনটা আমাদেরকে এই সিচুয়েশন থেকে উদ্ধার করতে পারবে। তো আমি বলছিলাম যে এই ডিবেটটা আসলে এখন সময় না। আমাদের সবাইকে আমাদের অবশ্যই বিজ্ঞান আমাদের কাজ করতেছে, তারা ট্রাই করতেছে ভালো ঔষধ তৈরি করার জন্য, ভ্যাকসিন তৈরি করার জন্য, মেডিকেশন দেওয়ার জন্য। এট দ্য সেম টাইম আমাদের দরকার যেটা হচ্ছে যে আমাদের যার রিলিজন থেকে আমরা, হোয়াট এভার রিলিজন উই প্র্যাকটিস, ডাজন্ট ম্যাটার, আমরা আমাদের আল্লাহর কাছে চাওয়া যে এই মুহূর্তে আমাদের এই সিচুয়েশন থেকে আল্লাহ যেন আমাদেরকে উত্তরণ করে। আর এই ছাওয়াটা আমি বলছিলাম যে আমাদেরকে রেগুলার ছাওয়ার মতো হলে হবে না। লাইক ওই এই যে ফকিরের মতো মনে করেন আল্লাহ আমাকে এটা দাও সেটা দাও, তার চেয়ে ভালো হচ্ছে আমাদের একটা আল্লাহর সাথে আমাদের একটা কমিউনিকেশন বিল্ড করতে হবে। যেটা হচ্ছে যে আল্লাহকে আমরা কনভিন্স করতে হবে যে এই আল্লাহ আমাদের এটা দরকার। সো এরকম একটা আমাদের একটা সিচুয়েশন আমাদেরকে ক্রিয়েট করতে হবে। আল্লাহ রাব্বুল আলামিন যেভাবে আমাদেরকে সাহায্যের জন্য এগিয়ে আসে। সো আমি মনে করি এটা খুবই ইম্পর্টেন্ট। এবং আমি আরও বলছিলাম যে আমরা যখন সিজদাতে যাই, তখন আমরা কিন্তু আল্লাহর সবচেয়ে ক্লোজ হই। তো ওই সময়টাতে আমরা কাজে লাগিয়ে আল্লাহর কাছে সবচেয়ে বেশি চাওয়া যে আল্লাহ আমাদের হিউম্যানিটিকে এই মুহূর্তে আমাদেরকে সেভ করেন, আমাদের আমাদের দেশ, আমাদের জাতি, আমাদের সমস্ত পৃথিবীকে উদ্ধার করেন। এরা হচ্ছে। আর আমরা ডিবেটে জড়াবো না, আমরা ওই তর্ক বিতর্কে জড়াবো না। এটা আমার কাছে খুবই মানে ভালো মনে হচ্ছে না। আর সবাইকে ধন্যবাদ। আপনারা সবাই ভালো থাকবেন, সবাই সেফ থাকেন। আসসালামু আলাইকুম রহমতুল্লাহ।